On the Studebaker Proving Ground, South Bend, Indiana, the new model cars are driven until their performance satisfies rigid requirements and standards. This year's Studebaker has a new man in the driver's seat. He is President Sherwood H. Egbert. His passenger here is Mr. E.J. Harding, Vice President and Chief Engineer. Together, they check out the product firsthand before approval for production is given. Already in his first year as Studebaker's president, Mr. Egbert has effected a tremendous impact and evoked an almost legendary loyalty. He's been referred to in the national press as a cyclone, a giant killer, and described by Fortune magazine as one of the most imaginative and aggressive young executives on the American business scene. Studebaker employees have already learned not to be surprised to find their president in any section of the company at any time of the day or night. He's equally at home in shirt sleeves or behind his administrative desk.
There you are, Worthy. Over the past several years, I know that many of you dealers have been to Studebaker here in South Bend and visited our facilities. But since February, we have begun a new era of Studebaker, a Studebaker that has changed considerably. We have, in the past few weeks, under Forrest Draft, put together a film that will bring you some of the highlights of what is going on here today. We realize that each of you have a real investment in Studebaker and are looking forward to the profitable future, and to give you the assurance that we are doing something here at Studebaker, we are going to show you in these films some real progress. Here at this division, in starting right at the grassroots, we have begun with a cleanup campaign in which we have now spread some 25,000 gallons of paint through 6.5 million square feet of plant space. It's a new look, and it's a new spirit that you see here at Studebaker today, a new aggressive pace. Our employees, our supervision, are up on their toes and running to see that you get the finest quality merchandise that we can build. We are already testing our 1963 cars on the Proving Ground track today. Our 1964, our 1965 cars are being designed and will be built in Switzerland. In fact, we have two different designers building these cars so that we get two different ideas of the cars of the future. Let's come back now to Studebaker today. And we have our leading news commentator of the area, Mr. Bob Young, who's going to give you a word-by-word description and a pictorial view of our factory as it is today. Bob, let's give him the whole show.
Sure will, Mr. Egbert.
Right over.
First, let's review some of Studebaker's recent acquisitions, which are adding so importantly to the company's financial health and enterprise. Once a month, the 6 division heads meet to keep in touch and to coordinate their activities. This meeting was held at our Clark Floor Machine Division at Muskegon, Michigan. Clark makes a line of diversified floor finishing and maintenance equipment, the best known in the industry for solving the housekeeping problems of floors wherever labor saving is a factor. In this model, versatility is built in. It applies solution to the floor, scrubs, picks up the dirt in solution, and dries, all in one operation. The Gravely Tractor Division of Dunbar, West Virginia, manufactures a central power unit, 6.5 horsepower, available with 30 different tools and attachments. It has unequaled versatility for garden, farm, and lawn work. But this little powerhouse can also be used as a seed spreader, snow blower, to cut timber, and for many other industrial chores. And as for versatility, it can even do the Mexican hat dance. Our Gehring Plastics Division, located in Kenilworth, New Jersey, manufactures and processes thermoplastic molding compositions and extruded products. Product applications for Gehring plastics are as unlimited as your imagination. The common market for plastics, garden hose, toys, food packaging, protective coverings, is stable. The potential market is, of course, tremendous because new uses for plastics are being found every day. Our Onan division of Minneapolis, Minnesota is the largest manufacturer of gasoline and diesel engine-driven electric generating plants in the world. In addition to primary power applications on farms, boats, seasonal homes, and field work, major markets for electric plants include OEM, the United States government, and standby needs, as in hospitals where power interruptions would be dangerous and costly. STP, an oil additive marketed nationally through service stations and garages, is the principal product of the company's most recent acquisition, Chemical Compounds of St. Joseph, Missouri. STP decreases the thinning of oil when heated, protects against engine wear, and reduces oil consumption. Perhaps the most exciting of Studebaker's acquisitions is the CTL division, because it is a supplier for America's missile program. CTL has been a leader in the development of high-temperature thermal shielding for the current astronaut project for human travel into space. We believe there's quite a future in space. CTL has prepared for it with modern plant facilities strategically located at Cincinnati, Ohio and Santa Ana, California, to better serve America's aircraft, rocket, and missile programs. Altogether, Studebaker's subsidiaries yield an income at the rate of $120 million annually. The acquisitions are one indication that Studebaker's new face is looking forward. Another is to be found right here in the plant, where the new face is expressing itself in a cleanup, paint-up program. If change is the keynote to progress, here is the evidence. 25,000 gallons of yellow, orange, green, and white paint have produced a new spirit, put new blood into Studebaker's veins, and rejuvenated the old. We are dressing up because Studebaker is going places. We call it color harmonizing. We want all our people to know and feel and see that our future is bright. We believe it stimulates positive, optimistic attitudes. We believe these attitudes improve the quality of the product, and a quality product is our best sales pitch. This color harmonizing project also expresses appreciation for loyal employee service, draws the personnel closer together, and signals that collectively we face a very prosperous future. We're at the Studebaker plant now, and let's see how some of the men feel about this cleanup campaign. Excuse me. Could I ask you how you feel about this cleanup campaign?
Well, this cleanup, they feel that someone must have been on the ball.
What's your impression of this new face in Studebaker?
Well, they all think a lot more of their job now, and they feel more secure that they have a nice place to work in. They think if the management thinks this much to clean the place up for them, that he thinks a little bit of them now, see?
Well, it was like a day and night difference. When you come into the place, why, it hurt your eyes. It was so bright.
So far, everybody that I've noticed or talked to and spoke of, they think it's wonderful.
But now that the plant is clean, it seems that the attitude of the workers is that we're coming into a clean place to work, the same as you go into your home, which is nice and clean. And that has a lot of reflection on the men of doing their work and helping to turn out better quality material.